Sorry.
This is a two-part question. The first part is, what has been the weirdest fan experience that you ever had? And the second part is, how involved are you with interacting with fans on the internet? And what do you guys do?
I don't go on the internet to look.
The interweb?
The interweb, is that what they call it? No, I basically just check my email. So I have a limited interaction with the fans online. Occasionally I'll do an interview that'll be online for one of our various fan sites. But my interaction with the fans comes from when I actually go and I do conventions and I get to meet people there. And weirdest, I'm trying to think. David? Oh yeah, somebody kissed you. I remember that. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I reached back. I don't think I've really had it. Oh yes, actually, but
Think
not.
about it. Are you allowed to say this?
I am allowed to say this. It actually wasn't at a convention. It was back in Los Angeles where I was living for quite a long time, and I was coming out of a store, and there was this guy in like this huge Mercedes, one of those. And Mars is stealing the show. One of those Mercedes SUVs, and he had his hair kind of like in rapper braids, and he looked at me and he was like, "You, I know you. And I was like, I don't think so. Yeah. Atlantis. And I said, yeah. And he's like, we're going to be friends. And he started looking around to try and find a pen and paper, but he couldn't find it. And he was right at the light. And so he was like, I'm going to round block, and I'm going to come back, and we're going to be friends. Just stay right there. And as soon as the light changed, I was like, dun, 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 dun. Moving it into the next store, that was the strangest experience for me because I had a baseball hat on and I wasn't expecting that at all. But yeah,
You could have had a friend.
I could have had a new friend. Yes.
It's actually a fan's baby. That's the. Yeah.
What?
No. I do a lot of the internet myself. I'm full on nerd on that stuff. I love it. I spend way too much time online. And it's just the best way to talk to people. I mean, it's kind of safe, and it's also just I just find it fascinating. There's just this that you can talk with anybody anywhere at any time, so I love it. I love the technology. I love finding new ways of Twitter is another one that I just started goofing around with. Twitter is this neat little thing where you can, using your phone, you can send little mini blogs to this site, and people can sort of keep track of that, which is kind of neat. But which actually led to one of my weirder fan experiences, which was I got a Dear John letter from a fan who said that they were sorry, but there wasn't enough room in their life for adulation of two people, and that they decided to let me go. And that they were now going to just pursue John Cusack. So they were breaking up with me. And the weird thing is I actually thought about it for a while, and I was like, I should email her back. I should fight for this relationship that I didn't know I had. And I actually ended up emailing her back and saying that I thought she made a very good choice. I felt that John Cusack's career was in a good position right now, and that chances are he was probably a good person to pursue, and that I'm sorry it hadn't worked out with us. So.
We have one more question. Time for one more question.
Yeah, I don't know if I have I'm just curious because Atlantis has pretty much lived its entire life almost at the same time as Stargate SG-1. What is it that you guys do to try to create that identity for the show, to say that we're not SG-1 as great as it is, we're Atlantis and we're doing totally different things? How do you, I guess, what are some of the things you guys do to kind of help maintain and develop that separate identity, that the Atlantis identity?
Well, first of all, a lot of that's just stuff that was set up from the beginning that we're just continuing. I mean, when Brad and Robert set up the show, put it in another galaxy, that helps. Have a different villain, a completely different villain. And then after that, it's really just the characters. So those are sort of the basic things, and then after that, it just becomes about the people who were on the show as opposed to the people who were on the other show. And it really wasn't any more complicated than that, I don't think.
Yeah, there's sort of almost not a need to be. I mean, it's again, we share the same mythology, so there are going to be similarities, but I think that's a good thing. I mean, I mean, we don't need to be completely different. There's still more stories to tell, from a different angle perspective. We've got the characters are very different, and obviously with a different galaxy and stuff, it helps as well. So yeah.
Okay, well, I just wanted to I want to thank you guys. I know you're on hiatus right now in the middle of your season, so thank you for coming in and doing this with us, and thank all of you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.